How to deal with the emotional issues that come with parenthood. Becoming a parent is one of the best, yet also one of the most frightening experiences you'll ever go through. It's a time full of joy and happiness, as friends and family bombard you with gifts, cards, and messages of congratulations. However, what you aren't often told or warned about is that the initial joy can soon be replaced with a whole host of emotional issues. Being a new parent is scary. No amount of preparation sets you up for the sheer terror you face when you realize it's your sole responsibility to keep your baby safe and healthy. It's not just fear you have to contend with either. Guilt, stress, and the feeling of not being good enough are just some of the emotional issues that can present themselves. If you're struggling to cope with any of these unexpected and difficult emotional problems, the first thing you need to know is that you are not alone. It may not be talked about very often, but most new parents have felt the way you feel right now. The good news is that there are ways to deal with these issues and survive the first year, and those after it, without losing your sanity. One of the most common feelings experienced by new parents is that they simply aren't good enough. Being a new parent is hard. No matter how many books you read before you gave birth, they don't always prepare you for what's to come. Some things you need to learn through simple trial and error. Social media has played a particularly large role in making parents feel like a failure. How many times have you seen people posting images and statuses gushing over their perfect children? They may brag about how their little one sleeps right through the night, or how they have started talking and crawling at such a young age. You'll even see, quote, super parents, who claim they have got all of their chores done, gone out for the day, fed, bathed, and put their little one down to sleep, without any issues whatsoever. When you read these types of statuses after struggling to even have a shower in the morning, because you're so sleep deprived, it can make you feel like you're doing something wrong. What you need to remember is that things you see on social media don't paint a full picture. There's an excellent saying which goes, "Don't compare your behind the scenes with other people's highlight reel." It's one of the truest statements you'll come across today as a parent. Remember, the majority of people only post things on social media to make their lives look better than they actually are. They don't post about the problems they experience. There are no perfect parents. Every single one of them struggles with something. You just don't always realize it. You are absolutely good enough, and you need to continue to remind yourself of this daily. Here are a couple ways you can handle those days when you don't just feel good enough. First off, disconnect from social media. If you're feeling inadequate because of the posts you're seeing on social media, disconnect yourself for a while. The world won't come to an end if you're not on Facebook. In fact, you might be surprised just how much better you feel from taking a mini break. Secondly, remember that family and friends have good intentions. If it's family and friends who are making you feel like you aren't good enough, try to remind yourself that they have good intentions. Unfortunately, we all have that one person who feels they should be giving advice on every aspect of our parenting, and yeah, it can be pretty annoying. If it's really getting you down, don't be afraid to speak up. Tell them that you appreciate their help, but you gotta do this your own way. Sometimes being firm is the only way to get people to back off gently. Another emotion you'll find yourself experiencing quite a lot is guilt. The world doesn't stop when you have a baby. You still have to deal with 1,000,001 things you had to do before, only now you have to try and balance them with parenthood. Guilt ties in closely with not feeling good enough. When you're trying to be so many things to so many different people, it's impossible to keep everyone happy. This is especially true for working parents. There is a lot of guilt that comes from being a working parent. Anytime that you have to leave your little one in the care of someone else, it can feel gut-wrenching. You feel guilty for leaving them, for not staying home and being at their every beck and call. Or if you do stay at home, you feel guilty because you're not contributing as much financially, and this puts more pressure onto your partner. It could even be that you feel guilty about not getting all the chores done when family and friends pop around. Let's face it, there are so many things you could feel guilty about, and that guilt can have a serious negative impact on your well-being. It's difficult to get over the feeling of guilt as it's such a strong and challenging emotion. However, a few tips that can help include 1. Talking about it. One of the worst things you can do when you feel guilty is to keep it bottled up. The internet is a wonderful thing, offering hundreds of places you can find support from other parents who have been or are in a similar situation right now. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your friends and family, online forums can be an excellent place to start, and we may even come out with our own forum in the future. You'll find it encouraging to find and chat to other parents who feel the exact same way as you do. Secondly, be kind to yourself. Guilt often derives when we are too hard on ourselves. It's important to realize and appreciate your own limitations. Remind yourself that you're only human and try not to place unrealistic targets onto yourself. Accept help where you can, and don't try to go at it alone. Remember, you need to take care of yourself too, otherwise you'll be no good for your baby. Overall, these negative emotions aren't often talked about openly. However, they can have a significant impact on your well-being. It's tough being a parent. In fact, it's one of the hardest jobs in the world. Therefore, it's understandable it's going to come with a range of negative feelings, as well as positive ones. By understanding, recognizing, and knowing how to deal with them, it'll make your job a whole lot easier. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you'd share this video with someone else who you think would benefit from knowing this information, as well as hopping on over to our website and signing up for our email newsletter by clicking the link in the description. By signing up, you'll not only be the first to hear about our new releases, but you also get exclusive goodies that are only given to our email subscribers. Finally, the next time you're looking to buy baby products, I encourage you to take a look at what we have available. Let me tell you, we aren't just out to make a profit, and pride ourselves on our high-quality products and excellent service. All Starlight Baby products are laboratory tested to ensure they are 100% safe for you and your baby, which unfortunately isn't something every company can say. On top of that, we donate 10% of our profits to children's charities and hope to increase this percentage as Starlight Baby continues to grow. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and here's to making a positive difference in the lives of our children and the world as a whole.